Hello, art students. We're going to be starting our drawing around the room activity. This is going to be opening up our drawing studio for us. As you can see, we have the tables set up in different stations. And you're going to be getting in a group of no more than 4 kids per table. And it doesn't matter where you start. The very first thing that we're going to be doing is taking our paper here, our handout, and you're going to turn it over, put your name on the back. And you also always want to put your teacher code on it as well. Okay, so I am going to be starting with oil pastels here. Even though it's my very first station, it is not the very first one on my paper. You always just want to match the symbol with the symbol on your paper, and that is where you do the work. So this one says to mix 2 colors and scratch. So I'm going to take a maybe light color inside the triangle here. You don't have to fully color it because these stations are going to be pretty quick. And I'm going to color over it with a darker color. And you can experiment too. You can do a little patch of dark first and then light and see which one is better. We will have some toothpicks out. If not, your pencil is always a good tool for scratching, and the scratching is called sgraffito. You can write your name in there, you can draw a little picture, and it will make it appear. It will be, with a toothpick, it will be white instead of the gray because of the pencil. So we'll get some toothpicks out for that. Okay, moving on to the next station. We have chalk, and we have our mats out because we don't want to have our tables messy with the chalk, and it's a diamond shape, so it's down here. So you're going to pick 2 colors to blend together. They should be near each other on the color wheel, and I selected only cool colors, so any of these will work together. And you just want to put a light layer, and then you can blend it with your finger, and then add another color of blue or even a purple over it to make a new color. And kind of just shake it off a little bit there, and you have the chalk. Your hands are going to be a little bit messy, so I'll leave a little sponge here on the table for you. Okay, next station. We have crayon. Crayon is a pretty typical, basic kind of material that we use, medium. Pick a color. Your goal is to create value. Value is light to dark. So you're going to press hard and then go easier, lighter, as you move up the rectangle. So we're going to press hard at first. You want it nice and dark. And then somewhere in the middle, you can start letting up a little bit. And then on the last half, you want to go super light, almost ghostly. Now the thing about coloring like this is you can always go darker, but you cannot go lighter. So I might want to go back and go a little bit darker in the middle. So you should almost have 3 kind of areas of dark, medium, light. Okay, our next studio or center here are stencils. Stencils are nice if you just need a quick, this one has numbers on it. Some of these have different themes. This one's Halloween. We've got a winter one. For this, you're going to be using a pencil. Make sure it's sharpened. We've got sharpeners out. You're going to be looking for the square. And that is right down here. You place the stencil on top. But when you're doing a stencil, you don't trace the whole thing. You just look at one little drawing or object, and that's what you're going to place inside of the square. So I'm going to lay this down. I'm drawing a little bat. He's got little eyes here. And you push along the outside of the plastic. So you're pressing right along the outside. That will give you the outline of the object. A little bat there. Okay, moving on to the next medium, or a tool in this case. Those are tools, stencils. And we have texture rubs here, which are also tools. We've got the harder plastic ones, then we've got clear, and there are colored ones. For these, we're going to be using crayon. And you're looking for the hexagon shape here. And then the hexagon shape on the paper is down here at the bottom. This plate goes underneath of your paper. Pick a color. And then I want you to try to just stay inside of the hexagon. And your design will appear. And there's my design. Now, these are a little bit trickier. The plastic ones that are kind of flexible, you might have to flip it over to get, and you'll get a different design, which is kind of almost like the opposite of what was just done. So you can always try it on the back as well. It does give you a different look than what was on the front. These will always give you the same. All right, moving on to, we have 3 more here. The next one is color pencil. And you're going to be looking for the circle. Circle's here at the bottom. And with the color pencil, we're going to try to give the illusion of a sphere, a 3-dimensional circle, just by coloring. So we're going to have it to be lighter at the top, darker at the bottom. So you can always start dark on the bottom here, around the edge. Press kind of hard. And you want to go kind of about halfway up the circle. And like I said, you can always go darker, but you cannot go and make this lighter. So if you press too hard, you're kind of stuck with it. So then I want to go super light, maybe really light up here. Now the nice thing is that I can go back and do like the medium value, which we kind of did with the crayon, and then let it be have a medium in the middle, light, super dark on the outside. You can even kind of bring it a little bit more darker out here, and then keep it super light at the top. And that will give it the appearance of being 3-dimensional. Okay. All right, next one, we have color sticks, which are like the color pencils that we just used, except for they don't have wood and you do not have to sharpen them. Okay, so you don't have to sharpen them. We're looking for the oval, and the oval's at the top. You're going to pick a color. This one's a little bit trickier because of the space, but you're going to lay it on its side. So you want to grip it with just a couple of fingers, and you're just going to push it. You can push it away from you, and that's for coloring in larger areas. And then what you can do is you can choose another color if you would like to. And now you're going to want to use the point, because it's like a hexagon point here. And you want to use one of the little points. And that will give you some skinny lines. So it is a versatile tool, not just for the color, but for the lines that it can make. Okay, speaking of lines, we're using just a regular pencil on this last one. You're going to be looking for the heart. Grab a pencil. We're going to be practicing inside this heart different lines or marks. Okay, you can see some examples here that you want to try. Stippling is making dots, and you're creating value, which is like what we did with the crayon, making it darker by the more dots that you put near each other. You want to clump them together, it'll make it appear dark. The fewer dots, the lighter it will appear. So dots are easy. Just put little dots in there. Try some really close together, and then you can spread them out. And we've got 3 different type of lines mark making that we're going to try, so save some space. The next one that's easy are straight lines, but at a diagonal. That's called hatching. And again, the closer you put things together, the color or lines, the more dark it's going to appear. And as you start putting some space in between, it becomes lighter. And you can also press lighter on your pencil as well. Okay. The last one is called scrumbling, and that's almost just like a little circle, almost like a curly hair if you're drawing curly hair. So it's just almost like a spiral. You can even do it like a little circle, a little line. It's just on a curvy line, kind of like a C, like the letter C. And again, of course, the more you put there, the darker it's going to appear. You can turn your C's backwards, kind of keep them rounded. So you can try that as well. And that's our drawing around the room activity. So your sheet will be filled up, and you'll be keeping these for future use. All right, have a great day.